What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Podcast. Today, we will be reviewing the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies 3-game series this past weekend. I reviewed the first game, but unfortunately, due to time purposes, I did not have any time to review the second or third game. So today, we're going to be doing both in one video. So on Saturday night, I did attend to the game. I sat in left field near the foul pole, and it was a pretty fun night. The way it ended was not what we wanted. A lot of sloppy plays during that game. The Nationals, first inning, took the lead, and we came right back. Harper doubled, and then Realmuto had a sac fly. So it was, so it was a fun game. So Howie Kendrick grounded into a double play, which is nice, and the Nationals did get a run. And then JT, getting us a run on that sac fly, and then our second run came in the bottom of the second, and Gene Segura doubled, and Sean Rodriguez came around to score. And then in that top of the third inning, Nationals came right back with Brian Dozier. I was in center field I think I was walking in center field, and I heard the crowd booing, and then I found out that Brian Dozier hit a home run. It was to left field. It was like right where I was about to sit. So I found out 2 home runs were hit to left field, but the two runs I was not there for any of them. So it's kind of funny. Andrew McCutchen got us a run. He drove in Phil Gosselin. So then at that time we were up 3-2. And the Nationals, what do you think they did? In the very top inning, they came back, and Adam Eaton hit a sac fly, and then they got one right back. Oh my gosh. And then Victor Robles bunted the ball. They kept bunting in that top of the seventh inning. That was nuts. They kept bunting the ball. It was I've never seen so many bunts in all my life. So they kept bunting the ball. I thought they were going to get him, and then Juan Nicasio, you could tell as soon as it left his arm, you knew it was going to be a wild throw. Like, you just knew. He just threw it. It was actually a low throw, and Hoskins, obviously, I don't know how you can blame Hoskins for that. It bounced up. It was a horrible hop. Went way past him. 2 runs scored. Terrible. So sloppy. Then at the bottom of the seventh, this is a Phillies. We all worked together about this. Listen to this. Reese Hoskins doubled. Segura got on base, and then Harper walked. And then Hoskins doubled, and Gene Segura scored, and Harper went to third. And JT Realmuto comes up, and then he hits a double, scores Harper and Hoskins. And then Sean Rodriguez, another run. And JT Realmuto scored, and then Phil Gosselin, another double. Like, so many doubles in that inning. And then Sean Rodriguez scored. And at that time, in the bottom of the seventh inning, it was 8-5. The hitting was contagious. That's what this team can do. I know that's what the team's capable of. Like, that is the Phillies team that I know. Like, I love that we were all working together. Like Segura, we were all working together. That's what I want to see. You lost the game. It was still a good offensive night. From our players, they're working together. Top of the eighth, what do you think they do? It was kind of a quiet inning. We got 2 outs, 1 runner first. Then we walk. What's the name? We walked somebody. It was Wilmer Defoe. It was Wilmer Defoe and Carter Kieboom. That's who it was. So they have Andrew Stevenson. He's a left-hander. They bring in Adam Morgan. They pinch hit. David Martinez decides to pinch hit. Puts in Kurt Suzuki. They have him 1-0. What does a Kurt Suzuki do? He hits a home run. Left field. Just got out. It was a line drive. An 8 ball game. Next batter, Victor Robles. What does he do? Homers, right field. At that point, we just left. After Victor Robles homer, we knew that they were not going to come back. We just had that feeling. And on top of the night, they got an insurance run. Jan Gomes single, drove in Howie Kendrick. So that was a rough game. The bullpen just did not have it that game. That was by far Morgan's worst game of the season. And he's had a decent season so far, but that was by far his worst game so far. Andrew McCutchen went 1 for 4 in that game. Gene Segura got 3 hits. 360 average. 360 average. Get that through your head. Or when's the last time we ever had a hitter like that? I love Gene Segura. He's a hit machine. He's our future. Harper went 1 for 4. Hoskins went 1 for 4. J.T. Muto went 1 for 4. Franco went 1 for 5. Rodriguez went 2 for 3. Rodriguez has really been impressive. Gosselin went 2 for 4. Andrew Knapp pinch hit, and he did not get a hit. And Jake Arrieta pinch hit, he did not get a hit either. And Odubel Herrera is obviously back from the IL, and he went 0 for 2 in that game. Another club news, the long-awaited move. Aaron Altherr has been designated for assignment. We have finally got rid of this guy. What was taking so long, I'm not too sure. But thank you. Goodbye, Aaron Altherr. You will not be missed. And see you later. See you later. I'm not going to miss you. So he got designated for assignment. That was awesome. I don't want to see anybody get, but he deserved it though. He was terrible. So yesterday, after blowing yet again another game into the Nationals, that's now 3 times this year. 3 times this year that we've blown the lead to the Nationals. I just don't get it. What is it with the Nationals? Can we not hold leads against them? I don't get it with them. We have to. We always believe this, especially with them. I don't get it. I think it's them. I think their bats wake up later in the game. You saw, if you want more examples, go back and look at last year. Look how many games we've blown against them last year. I don't get it. Like, especially in August. We could have won the game and then we blew it. It's in September. Like, I cannot tell you how many times last year they did it too. So, yesterday, Anibal Sanchez was on the mound for the Nats, and then Jack Eflin was on the mound for the Phillies. And bottom of the first, we got our first run of the ball game when Jake Knoll made a fielding error, and Gene Segura and Andrew McCutchen scored to make it 2-0 Phillies. Top of the fourth, Kurt Suzuki's playing. Guess what he does? Hits a home run. God, guy's such a Philly killer. He already has 4 home runs against us this year. Zach Eflin singled on a bunt ground ball in the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Knapp scored. And Gene Segura grounded into a force out. Michael Franco scored. Bryce Harper singled. Zach Eflin scored. And Reese Hoskins doubled. Harper scored and Segura scored. And made it 7-1, and that's your ball game. They won 7-1. Zach Eflin pitched a great game. Great. 7 innings. He's great at home. He's a great pitcher on the road. Home. Not on the road. At home. He's a great pitcher at home. As he went 7 innings, 4 hits. 1 earned run on that home run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. His ERA is now 3. LB Los Santos, I don't even know how to say LB Los Santos. I don't know how to say his name. D Los Santos. 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Pretty decent. For the Nats, Anibal Sanchez went 4 2/3, 2 hits, 0 earned runs. So he allowed 2 runs, but they were not earned. So that kind of sucks for him. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts in 4 2/3. That's a really good thing. And now he is 0-5 with a 5.15 ERA. So he is having a struggle season this far with the Nationals. So that's it. Looking back at Saturday's ballgame, Jake Arrieta didn't look great. He's not a guy. He does not pitch very good against the Washington Nationals. He went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, which is pretty good. But he didn't pitch great. Nicasio sucks. Get him out of here. He pitched an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. But the reason why, even though it's an unearned run, he's the reason why they scored, because he made a throwing error. Pat Nisha came in and pitched 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Adam Morgan took the L, pitched a third, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Whether Suzuki home run, because the other 2 grand on base were not his responsibility. And then Robles, and then Jose Alvarez, another guy who's terrible. He pitched it a third, and then Ramos came in, pitched 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Yeah, so our bullpen was just trash in that one. So tonight this week we go on a very, very nice road trip to Missouri as we play the St. Louis Cardinals for 3 games. And then Thursday we get an off day and we go over to Kansas City to play 3 games there. So tonight it is Vince Velasquez on the mound, 8:05 the first pitch. And then tomorrow night it is Aaron Nola on the mound. He's pitched pretty well lately. 7:45 the first pitch. And it's Wednesday. Finale game is a day game, as it's 1:15 the first pitch. As Jared Eichhoff goes on the mound with a 1-1 record, 2.05 ERA. So that's it. And we go to KC, and then we have a very, very tough May. We have to play the Brewers 4 games at home, and we have to go out in Milwaukee and play them 3 times. We have to go out and play the Dodgers. Well, that's halfway June, halfway May. So it's not going to all be in June, but it's a tough month. Very tough. We have to go to Chicago for 4 games and Milwaukee, and we got to go home and play St. Louis. We go home and play the Rockies. They're not setting the world on fire, but you know how they play us. They play us tough. So this is a very, very tough stretch for this Phillies team. And this is the test right here. Is this team really legit or not? So, and then, after the LA series, we go to San Diego, and then we come back home to play the Reds and the Diamondbacks. So I guess that's when it kind of just settles down a little bit. But when I'm talking there, this is going to be the test for this team. Is it legit? Is this team really good? Remains to be seen. I understand that, they're still in first place, which is a miracle, in my opinion. I mean, they have not played great. Ever since they blew that 6-1 game, you know what it was? Ever since they blew that 6-1 game against the Nats a month ago, I think it was, never been the same. I haven't seen that. I haven't felt that energy since then. I have not felt that energy. I just haven't felt it. The Phillies are 19-14. They are 1.5 games up over the Atlanta Braves, who swept out the Marlins. So that's why the Braves don't get comfortable, Braves, because you're gonna have to go play the Dodgers. The Dodgers. Yep, they're gonna have to go play the Dodgers in LA. So I don't think they're gonna be there any much longer. Mets. I have a friend who is a Mets fan. He's a very, very good friend of mine. He's on YouTube, by the way. His channel is called the Supreme League. I guess you could go subscribe to him. I'm sure he would appreciate it. But anyway, he's a diehard Mets fan. I don't know how I even managed to be friends with this guy, but he was so optimistic going into the season, so happy, pumped up. He said, we're going to win the division. And I just talked to him yesterday in person, and he doesn't really seem that confident anymore. So he thinks Cano was a mistake. Well, I said that ever since the beginning. When you go out and trade for a 36-year-old second baseman, what do you expect? Who's just coming off a PED suspension. 5 years, 110 left on his contract. I don't get it. So is this going to be the Mets from last year? I certainly hope. I could see it happening again, honestly. So they got off to a really good start, and now they're just starting to suck. So hopefully it continues. I think it will. Washington fired their pitching coach, as I said before. Is there now 14-19. Matt Adams just got hurt. Michael A. Taylor just got hurt. They are getting plagued with injuries. They have to go to a AAA team now. Even their backups are getting hurt now. What is going on with the Nationals? They're going to be getting Rendon back, I think, tomorrow, I think, is when they get him back. So that should help them. Miami, we even have to talk about them. They're 9-24, 10 games back. Yeah, they're out of it. So why do I even bring them up? So they're not even relevant. So, I hope the Mets struggles continue. The Braves, I hope they get cold again. Yeah, wait until they have to go play an actual team like the Dodgers. So, yeah, Chicago's in first place in the NL Central. Can you believe that? It just goes to show you that just because you get off to a bad start doesn't mean that you're not going to have a good year. Okay, the Cubs got off to a horrific start to this season. Look where they are now, 19-12, first place. Now, obviously, they're only half a game up, but they're still in first place. The Cardinals are 20-14. So, LA Dodgers are leading their division by 1 game over the Diamondbacks. Cincinnati sucks, by the way. They're not going to be good this year. I just wanted to say that. I like the Reds, but they're not going to go anywhere. Fortunately, I don't know if you guys notice, but I can't stand the Red Sox. I think they're my least favorite. Well, actually, the Mets are my least favorite team, but my second least favorite is the Boston Red Sox by far. And unfortunately, they're starting to beat their own selves again, and they're starting to win again. So I still don't think they're going to win a division this year. I said that at the beginning of the year. I think the Yankees, and it's going to come down to Yankees and Rays. I do think the Yankees will win it in the end. Right now, the Rays are winning this division by 2 games. Minnesota Twins are winning the AL Central. That division is weak as anything. Like if you put the Phillies in, if you put a mediocre, like if you put the Angels in there, they probably win the division, for crying out loud. Indians, none of the teams in the division are all that good. The Indians suck. Yeah, they're never going to go anywhere. I feel bad for the Indians. All right now, the Twins are 2 games up over the Indians, and then the AL Central, or AL West, I should say. Astros are leading the Mariners by 2 games. Remember, the Mariners got off to a really, really hot start, and now they just kind of fizzled out. So, and I really, really like the Mariners because one of my favorite players, one of the players I really like, is Edwin Encarnacion, and he plays for the Mariners. So I hope the Mariners have a good season just because of Eddie E. He's 10 home runs away from 400 for his career. And the Angels, Mike Trout, if you're a Mike Trout fan, they are 5 games out, 15-19. So that is all. 8:05, the first pitch. Vince Velasquez going out there on the mound. He needs to rebound after his last start. He had a rough last start against Detroit. He needs to go out there and pitch us a good ball game. So thank you all so much for watching this video. This is the Phillies Hot Stuff Podcast, and I will talk to you later. Bye.